Hi guys, Chloe here, and today I'm going to be making a video about the pros and cons of shaving your head. So I've had my head shaved for about 3 weeks now, so I've had enough time to gather a bit of a list for you guys, so I'm just going to jump right in and start with the pros. So I'm going to be going through these fairly fast because there are quite a few items on the list, and there are definitely way more pros and cons, so I'm going to start with the pros. So the first pro is you get to take like a 2-minute shower. It is so much faster. The second pro is your hair dries in like 30 seconds, which is such a big difference for me. Third pro is you save money on hair products. Another pro is no wind blowing your hair all around into your face. I've already lost count for what pro this is, but if you wear any sort of earrings or necklaces, specifically chokers for me, it makes them look much better because you can actually see them as opposed to them kind of hiding behind your hair. Another pro is if you like and wear makeup, then people can see it much better and it's not hiding behind your hair. Another is that your jawline looks much more defined. One that is super helpful to me is that you don't have any bad hair days. You don't have to brush your hair a million times a day, especially if it is windy and it starts getting all tangled up. You don't have to do that. You don't have to carry a huge brush in your purse. You're good. You can try a bunch of new hairstyles as it grows out. You can cut it a bunch of different ways or just let it grow out and see what it does, because everyone's hair is different and it all kind of grows out in its own way, so it's really cool to see. Now this next little bit is on hair ties. You don't have hair ties breaking, you don't have the problem of needing a hair tie and not having it. You don't have any more getting annoyed when people borrow a hair tie from you and say they're gonna give it back but never do. And if you're like me and you get super annoyed that you get tan lines on your wrist from your hair ties, you don't have that anymore, and it's so amazing. Look at my wrists, they're so even. One day you can wear combat boots and ripped skinny jeans and just look like 10 out of 10 baddie, and the next you can wear a nice little flowery sundress and just look all adorable and innocent, and it's pretty nice. Another is that it is so soft. When I shaved my head, I couldn't stop touching it. A shaved head is so low maintenance. You don't even have to pay for a haircut if you already have a pair of buzzers, or if you just go out and get a cheap pair, you can just shave your head again at home if you decide to keep it short. Now I shaved my head through the St. Baldrick's Foundation, which is something that helps raise money for childhood cancers and finding cures and all of that. So a good thing if you do go through something like that, then it will help raise money because you can ask people for donations, you get your own link. It's really cool. I will put the link to their website in the description, but if you go through that, you can help raise money and you can help raise awareness, which is really cool. Another pro is it is much cooler in the summer. This could be viewed as kind of a half con, half pro, because in the winter it will be a little chillier, but just roll on a hat and you'll be okay. I think I already kind of half went over this one before, but there is no hair in your mouth or getting in your chapstick or anything like that. Another pro is people can't blame you for finding super long hairs in their food. One pro is that helmets fit better if you're riding a bike or anything really. You don't have the problem of a hair tie digging into your head or a hair clip or your hair getting tangled in all the straps. It is just much easier. Just put on your helmet and go. One really amazing one is if you draw a blue arrow on your head, you can totally be an airbender, so. Also, if you do any sort of cosplay or anything, or for Halloween costumes, it is so much easier to just put on a wig, or even you can do so many new costumes that you couldn't do before of people that have shaved heads. Another good thing is if you really don't end up liking it, then it will grow back. You're not destroying your hair or anything. It might take a little while, but it grows surprisingly fast. If you haven't dyed or treated your hair at all, you can also donate it to, there are a bunch of different foundations and stuff like that that will take your hair and make them into wigs for people with cancer, so that's really cool. In my experience and watching other people's videos and all that, It seems to make you more confident because you can't hide behind your hair anymore. Another pro is that, and I have not gone swimming yet, but I am 90% sure that swimming would be 1,000 times better because I know that whenever I went swimming with long hair, it was a disaster. It would get in my face. If you ever wear goggles or anything, it will get all tangled up in that. Your hair ends up a rat's nest at the end. And if you come up for air after being under the water, all the hair is in your face and it's just awful. So I am assuming that it will be 1,000,000 times better without any hair to get in the way. Now another pro is that if you have acne or anything going on with your skin, then it helps a lot because you don't have your hair going in your face and trapping the oils on your skin. It just lets your skin breathe a little better. Now the last pro is that if you wear any sort of jewelry or anything like that, your hair doesn't constantly get stuck in it. I know that was a big problem for me, and one of the reasons that I didn't wear a lot of necklaces is because my hair would always get tangled up in the back and it would be painful and annoying, but it is like so much better with a shave. I have much less cons than pros for this. Now the first con is that you have to really watch being out in the sun because you can sunburn your head now. Especially if you shave your hair really short, it is way too easy to sunburn your head. So I would recommend either putting sunscreen on or finding a light hat to wear in the summer, especially ball caps and stuff like that, because that also protects your face from some of the sun. Because trust me, that probably doesn't feel very good having your head all sunburned. Another con is that you can't hide from people. I don't know if everybody has this problem. I kind of doubt it. But when in public, I tend to put my hair down over my face so I don't have to look at people and I don't have to interact with people if I'm in a bad mood. But you can't do that anymore. In fact, it gets you a lot more attention than just having normal hair. Another con is that you can't hide earbuds as well. I would always put my earbuds in and have the cords going down and have my hair over it so people couldn't see, but I cannot do that anymore. Okay, so my camera died, so I've been sitting here talking to myself for about 10 minutes, so that's great. But if you do end up hiding your earbuds a lot, I would recommend getting one of those hats that have the earbuds inside of it. I've seen those several times and they seem so cool to me. Another con is that some people are very negative and judgy about it. Some people because of their religion, and some people just because they don't like it. You kind of just have to learn to be like, okay, whatever, don't really care. It doesn't really offend me that much because I'm the kind of person that doesn't really take stuff like that super seriously. I can kind of just be like, cool. But I know some people kind of take that a little more personally, so you kind of just have to learn to be like, okay, just whatever, doesn't matter. If you like it, then that is all that matters. Another con that is kind of gross, if you work out a lot and you are sweating, then your hair doesn't soak up that sweat like it used to, so it may feel like you sweat a little more because your hair just doesn't soak it up. One con is that you have to be really careful with blending your makeup, especially down your neck and even behind your ears up here, to make sure there's no harsh lines because your hair isn't blocking it anymore. Now the last con that I have is that you can't change your hairstyles as quickly anymore. I would constantly change my hair, cut it different ways, but mostly I would color it a lot. You can still color it, but there's not a lot of hair there to color. So although you can't do that as much, especially right when you shave your head, once it starts growing out, you can 100% start doing that again. And you also get to try out a ton of different hairstyles on the way as it grows out, or if you really love it, you can just keep it short. Me personally, I am not sure if I'm going to cut it down or grow it out again. I kind of want to grow out the top and get a little baby mohawk going there, but I don't know if I'm going to like that, so I might end up either growing it out or completely shaving it down again. So one thing to note when you have a shaved head is you will get a lot of attention. That can be either a pro or a con, completely depending on you. If you like a lot of attention, then you will get it. Good for you. If not, then that might be a little, You can always wear a hat or a hoodie. People don't even notice. But if you're just head out all shaved, you will get a little more people coming up to you or talking to you or asking you questions about it. But that's always a good opportunity if you did go through something like St. Baldrick's to educate them and explain to them why you did it and maybe even get them interested in it. You can also use it as a really great opportunity to make friends or meet new people. One thing to always remember is that hair doesn't define you. You can be beautiful with or without hair, and hair isn't what makes you a great person. So just remember to always stick to you. If people make mean comments or stare, you just kind of have to brush it off. It's okay, not everybody likes it, and it's not their area to judge you. Because if you love it, then that's the only thing that matters. If you want to do it, go for it. Don't worry about what people are gonna say. One really fun thing to do is surprise your friends with it. I didn't tell pretty much all of my friends until after I did it. There was only one friend that I actually told I was doing it as I was doing it. I had talked about it before with my best friend, so she kind of expected it, but I didn't ever fully tell her, hey, I'm shaving my head. So that was pretty fun. She was just kind of like, okay. Actually, her entire family was kind of just cool with it. They were like, oh, okay, whatever, it's Chloe, like, not a big surprise. Changed your hair again. So people might be wondering why I wanted to shave my head, and it's just because I wanted to. It's always kind of been something that I've wanted to do, and I've never done it. So I kind of just learned about the St. Baldrick's thing, and I found out that there is an event going on here. So I was like, yeah, okay. And I always knew that if I didn't shave my head, I was always going to regret it. And I kept on telling myself, oh, what if I don't like it? But then I was like, oh, well, I don't really care, first of all. And second of all, it's going to grow back. It's not a forever thing. If I don't like it, if I absolutely hate it, then oh well, it's going to grow back. It's fine. And it really is a learning experience. You will learn what you like, what you don't like. You learn a lot about yourself when you shave your head. So if you have any questions, just comment below and I will try my very best to answer all of them the best that I can. And if you have shaved your head too and you have any other pros and cons, leave them below. I would love to hear them. Also, I apologize if this video isn't the best or isn't the best quality or anything. This is the first video that I've actually made of me, so I wasn't 100% sure how to even do this. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment below. I would love to hear your stories. If you are shaving your head, I would love to hear about it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Bye, frames.